gut-wrenching. I don't know how else to describe that loss tonight. Absolutely gut-wrenching. That's baseball. Padres lose game 2 of this 3-game set to the Rays in walk-off fashion by a score of 8-7, and it was drama everywhere you looked. It was a roller coaster type ball game. So let's just start at the beginning. First of all, great news: Burch Smith called up from the San Antonio AA. The youngster's going to make his major league debut. We're all excited about it. We've heard great stuff about him. You look at the numbers; he's been absolutely dominant down in San Antonio. Fastball, changeup, curveball combination. Really, we know that he has the explosive fastball, anywhere from 94 to 99 miles an hour. At least that was the report, and that's what he showed tonight. Came in and was, in the first inning, was absolutely overpowering with his fastball, working it to both sides of the plate. Good late life, even when it was down. Dropped a couple of curveballs in there for strikes. It was brilliant. 2 strikeouts and a ground out to second base, looking absolutely overpowering. This looks great. Unfortunately, it was short-lived, and it started to fall apart the very next inning, the second inning. 7 batters reached base, 6 runs scored. The next thing you know, this young man is sitting on the bench wondering what the heck happened as 6 runs crossed the plate without retiring a batter in the second inning after being so explosive in the first. From my perspective, looked like he basically lost confidence in his secondary pitches. The opposing batters, after realizing after the first inning, report comes back, hey, he's got the live fastball, very explosive, you better get ready for it. And the hitters did. They started sitting fastball. He didn't throw very many off-speed pitches. Major league hitters, no matter how explosive your fastball is going to be, they're going to catch up to it, make the adjustment, and that's exactly what they did, especially the left-hand batters, who he was not able to throw the changeup to or anything to get them off the fastball, and they just started raking the heater, and that's what it came down to. Very disappointing for Burch Smith, because you know the kid has great stuff, and it's a learning experience, but you never want to see a kid go through that in his first outing. By the way, I had several people emailing me and texting me and Facebooking saying, you know, why did the Padres put him up against one of these tough hitting teams? Why didn't they pitch him at home against the Marlins? Look, that's all a bunch of hogwash. Kid was ready to pitch. You go by your reports from your managers. You go by the reports from your scouts. And you know what? This is the spot in the rotation where we need somebody to come in and do a spot start. That's the place where you start. And you're going to have to face major league hitters at some point. And if you can't handle going after a tough lineup in your first outing and you're going to get blown out and you're never going to recover from it, well, then you probably need to find a new line of work anyway, because you're going to get beat up and you're going to have these learning experiences. Didn't hurt Jake Peavy to have his first major league start against the Yankees in Yankee Stadium. So to think that this young man was going to be overmatched by facing the Rays at Tropicana seems a little ridiculous to me. It was his turn to pitch. It was his opportunity to make his major league debut. Didn't go as planned, but to start pointing fingers and second guessing how that was put together, to me is absurd. So let's just put that to rest. Tyson Ross comes into the ball game, does a really nice job. Pitches 4 innings, shutout ball, outstanding, unsung hero of this ball game, and probably would have gone mostly unnoticed had the Padres just gone down in order at the way they were going against Jeremy Hellickson, who retired 16 in a row at one point. He was outstanding tonight, but then, just as we saw Burch Smith fall apart in the second, Hellickson starts to fall apart in the 7th. He has a leadoff walk to Carlos Quentin, strikeout, gives up a base hit to Mark Kotze, who did a nice job of battling off a changeup, stayed back on an off-speed pitch, changeup, hit it opposite field, classic professional at bat by Mark Kotze. Alexi Amarista gets the infield single, beats it out, bases loaded. But he, goes for the desperation move of bringing up Jesus Guzman as the pinch hitter. Only 2 for 13 on the year as a pinch hitter. Never had a pinch hit home run, but you've got to take the shot of a guy that has some power. And sure enough, Guzzi comes through. He sees a couple of changeups. He swings over them, lays off the next couple of changeups. The 5th changeup that he sees is a 3-2 changeup, and he's able to crush it over the left field wall for a grand slam home run. It was an amazing moment. Great comeback for the boys. Great to see the dugout on fire. Great to see Burch Smith get off the hook. The young man doesn't have to suck up the loss in his major league debut. All was good. Handed over to the bullpen. The rest after Tyson Ross, he gives over to Brad Brock. He gets his inning in a 3rd. Hands it over to Joe Thatcher. He gets the lefties. Tosses it over to Luke Gregerson. He gets the 2 outs he needs to get to finish off the 8th inning. Hand it over to Houston Street. Everything's looking good. Houston gets the first 2 guys out, looking sharp. Then he faces Ben Zobrist, and this was his undoing. 1-2 count to Ben Zobrist, has him where he wants him, can't put him away, unfortunately, and the walk became costly, ultimately cost him the ball game. in that walk, not only does he bring the go-ahead run to the plate, but it's in the person of Evan Longoria. Excuse me. Who obviously is one of the most dangerous hitters in the league, let alone to be on that team. Padres have done a great job of getting him out, down and away. They controlled the most of the night. Longoria, to his credit, professional at bat, facing Houston Street, facing a closer late in the ballgame, thinking to himself, probably, look, I can eliminate the inside part of the plate. They're probably not going to come in here. They know this is a dangerous spot. He commits to looking for something away. He gets a slider, missed the first one. He stayed out there. The next one, elevated, up in the zone, and he crushes it. Walk off, 2-run home run, and the Rays walk away with this gut-wrenching, putting a gut-wrenching loss on the Padres by a score of 8-7. It was tough. It was a tough one, no question about it. Only one thing to do. Boys are going to have to bounce back. And they're going to come back tomorrow with Eric Stoltz on the mound. Stoltz been throwing the ball very well. Last couple of outings been very solid. And he'll go up against Roberto Hernandez, the former Fausto Carmona, until he was discovered to have a fake name. So that's the matchup tomorrow. Game time, 10:40 on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. We appreciate everything you do for us. And boys will try to salvage the last game of the series. Let's hope they can get it done. Thanks for joining me. I'll be with Ted Leitner tomorrow. Hope you'll join us for the action on the Mighty 1090. Thanks for joining me here tonight, and we'll talk to you tomorrow afternoon. Bye-bye.